Hey everyone. Thanks for the warm introduction. Really appreciate it. My name is Vivek Saini. I'm the COO at TrueFi. As he mentioned earlier, TrueFi is one of the largest uncollateralized borrow lending protocols in the space. We've been around since 2017. We've originated over $1.5 billion in loans, and we're really excited to continue developing that and continue expanding and bringing that to new ecosystems like Plume. The way I see it, TrueFi sits at the crossroads between institutions and on-chain capital. We do the credit checks, underwriting, and make sure that all the borrowed capital is in safe hands, and we bring that yield from sophisticated institutions to on-chain investors in a very seamless, quick, and accessible way. We are really excited to be presenting here because not only is TrueFi going to be on Plume day one, we're also working on incubating a cross-chain yield-bearing stablecoin backed by a blend of treasury bills and basis trade. This is going to be a pretty sophisticated product that captures basis trade upside, but capping downside with treasury bills, which is one of the safest assets in finance today. And hopefully we'll be able to bring very expandable yield to everyday retail investors on chain, as well as institutions. Gives them an accessible way to access basis trade yield. We're super excited to be working with Plume. We'll be on Plume very shortly with Alara Finance, our cross-chain yield-bearing stablecoin, and day one on with TrueFi. Thank you.
Awesome, man. All right, I'm gonna end. We got some questions real quick. Any questions? You don't have to.
Okay, so we're bankers, right? And so one of the biggest problems we have as an institution is getting buy-in for this kind of stuff, right? So when you say cross-chain yield-bearing stablecoin, if I were to say that, I lose half of the room. So how do you explain it to your institutions, like when you want to get them on board?
Yeah, I mean, the cross-chain is just like a crypto nerd thing. At the very high level, what we're doing is we're delivering yield to users where they are. A lot of ecosystems don't have great yield generation, so the vast majority of stablecoins are sitting on ecosystems that don't have any yield generation, like Tron, Plasma's coming out. A lot of those stables are sitting in wallets, not doing anything. The idea here is we're bringing the yield generation from products that maybe sit on ETH mainnet and bringing it to ecosystems that don't have great access to these yields. So I say cross-chain as a way to describe what we're doing, but at the end of the day, it's if you are somewhere that you need yield, we'll be there and we'll be able to deliver it to you.
How do you think you guys are going to look to compete with the likes of Athena? I mean, there's lots of teams that are coming out with sort of the basis trade and yield generation off the back of that. Are you even looking to compete with those guys, or do you feel like the cross-chain space enables more TVL to be taken without having to try and tackle incumbents?
Yeah, so we're actually not competing with Athena. We're partnering with them. So we're not running the basis trade ourselves. The collateral pool of Alara Finance will be a blend of treasury bills minted on TrueFi or issued by TrueFi and SUSDE. So we're working with Athena to bring that basis yield. Currently, SUSDE is natively only on ETH mainnet, and there are wrapped variants on various chains. But it's not the most straightforward way of accessing yield on places like Tron, for example, where they would have to trade out of their USDT into a wrapped asset that isn't natively minted or redeemed on that chain. We're going to have native deployments on various ecosystems where there will be native mint and redemption, and we'll be bringing that yield from ETH mainnet. Our thesis at TrueFi and why we're working really hard on Alara Finance and incubating it is that the yield-bearing stablecoin environment will be almost like a world of structured products. So there'll be space for many yield-bearing stablecoins in the space. Every single one is going to take different assumptions when it comes to risk, and they'll have different return consequences to that. We're taking a very low-risk approach, but interesting blend of collateral that is able to capture some upside more than just raw treasury bills would.
Awesome. Thanks, Vivek. Really appreciate your time today, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Everyone, please give Vivek a round of applause. Thank you, Vivek from TrueFi.